Welcome back to another episode. We are back again. Sorry for the week break. I got sick and I lost my voice for a couple days. You know, Rahgel's wish. It happened. I also had some other stuff come up in my personal life, but don't feel like talking about it yet on the podcast. However, we have Rahgel. You can't. I don't know why I'm pointing. Like you can fucking see this.
Right here, hold me.
We have Rahgel on the right hand side of the screen here. This is my right. Mine's not inverted if this is right. So we have Rahgel here. So yeah. Hey.
Okay, well, welcome back. Since apparently we're in the same room, reaching out to touch each other.
Just grab my hand, it's okay.
So you lost your voice. Couldn't do the podcast, but you did have time to sit back and be told what you're going to watch for the weekend or week by the wife.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. It was more of a, oh, this looks good. All right. It looks stupid.
No, it looks amazing. You bite your damn tongue.
No, listen.
No. It's amazing.
You shut
it's
up.
Based on a true story.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I love movies that are based off of
loosely based.
Oh, so fuck it. The fact that it was just a cocaine and a bear, like that's the only connection. But Cocaine Bear is the movie we're talking about, by the way, everyone. But no, the trailer looks stupid. It looks super cheesy and corny. I was like, this is gonna be stupid as fuck. I don't want to watch this. And of course, my wife's like, it's a thriller. We should watch it. I was like, ugh. I don't like horror movies. I don't like thrillers a whole lot. And I was like, fine, whatever, we'll watch it. And we watched it Sunday. You watched it, I believe, Saturday.
Yeah.
And I will say, one, categorization, calling that a thriller, so wrong. Nothing suspenseful about that movie at all. Comedy, sure, it was fucking hilarious. The bear the entire time was fucking hilarious. And the fact that he does a line of coke off of a leg he rips off. Like, just fucking awesome. And just I loved it. I was really happy with it. I was like, oh, this superseded my very, very, very low expectations.
And all right, so you went into it not ready to watch it. Like,
I went to it
hating it. Okay.
Hating it.
And just going off of the trailer.
Well, yeah, what else am I supposed to go off of?
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, you said you've seen the trailer, obviously the name, but have you heard anybody else talk about it or say anything else about it? Because I didn't tell you anything about it after I watched it.
I know the actual story of Cocaine Bear. I know the actual. Well, it's a very short story, but I know the actual history of how this all came about and what this is based off of. And again, it's only connected by a bear and a cocaine. That's it. But I remember hearing about this and reading about it and studying about it, especially for a high school paper. I remember writing about it. I remember thinking it was funny. I also thought, oh, this would be really cool if this was made into a movie. I just had to wait fucking 15 years, but whatever. And yeah, I know the story, so I thought this would be I think that's probably why I thought it was gonna be so shitty. Is I saw the trailer and went, this is nothing like what happened. I mean, I was right. It was nothing like what happened. But they don't also know what happened. It was they found a dead bear corpse in the mountains and examined it and realized it had a lot of cocaine in its system. Mm-hmm. And they saw a bunch of cocaine packages spread throughout the mountains. How they actually caught a drug dealer. There's more to it, but that was the premise of it. Is this bear was found dead with cocaine in it. And whoever fucking directed this movie was like, I got a good idea. Let's combine Hollywood's two favorite thing: cocaine
and bears.
Deadly animals. I like how they started the movie off too, where it's black bear fight it, brown bear lay down, grizzly run away or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I mean, this is shit you can find online too. So I was like, oh, all right. I was like, I wonder who's gonna fight this damn black bear. No way fought the damn black bear. I was a little upset about that, but no way fought the black bear.
Okay, so I didn't know that it kind of makes sense now. The director is Elizabeth Banks. That is the brother or sister to one of the in Modern Family, sister to one of the park rangers or bear experts or whatever he was.
Yeah.
Who was funny as hell, by the way. His acting was the overacting he has. The way that he is acting throughout the entire thing, up until his death, the way he died, it was great.
I like honestly I could nitpick at, but that's really what would be nitpicking. But the moment I saw the park ranger, I forget her name. The moment I saw her, I was like, oh, she's either gonna be super funny or she's going to be super evil. Like she plays those two roles in other movies very, very well. She can be the total bitch or she's the comedic relief. And this one she was just the fact that she got attacked what? 4 times? Nope, in the woods. She got bit in the ass. Then she got attacked at the cabin with the two Dusha boys or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
And
then she got thrown out of the ambulance. Oh, well, did she get attacked? She just get thrown out.
Well, the bear made its way in there, and then she got thrown out.
And then that was a gnarly death scene for her, with they're actually showing her head dragging on the road, and I was like, I had my cringe moments. I'm like, I was
laughing, and I was like, watch this woman still not be dead. Watch this woman still not be dead. Especially when, like, at the end they walk by her, I was like, oh, she's gonna move. The cops are gonna ask her what happened, and she's like, nope, okay. She actually died.
Oh yeah, and it was pretty crazy. The death scenes in it were pretty good.
And they weren't over dramatized and they weren't under like they were just like that right amount of goriness, which really wasn't a whole lot of goriness, but just enough where it's like, okay, this is somewhat believable. This is a believable bear attack.
The beginning of it, where they're hanging out, whatever, watching, the two hikers are just walking. She sees the bear going absolutely crazy, hitting its head on the tree and shit like that. And the guy's like, "Oh no, it's fine. It's just a bear. No, it's brown.
Reverse.
Lay down."
Reverse.
Oh, no, he was seeing it. That's right.
He saw it. Yeah, he was capturing it. It was like headbutting and rubbing itself, and she's like, "It's okay, it's okay." He looks over. Because he even tells her, "It's fine. You gotta fight it. It's a black bear. You fight black bears. Just hit it." And then when she gets dragged off, oh no. And the leg just comes out. I was like, oh my god. It's so stupid. It was a good movie again. It wasn't overly stupid. Like the trailers to me again, even looking back on the trailers look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They're like fucking ridiculous. They don't do the movie justice. However, the movie is more of a comedic style. I would never in the history classify that as thriller. I think the only reason why I got it was because there was a lot of death. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9 deaths that the bear was responsible for.
If it has more than 10 oh shit moments, you could probably categorize it as a thriller at that point, because
there's no jump scares or anything like that.
No, but that's not. But that's I don't categorize that as a thriller though. If it has jump scares, that's a suspense. Thrilling is like it's a thrilling movie. It's you're enjoying it. So, this to me is a textbook B-rated horror movie is what's going to be categorized for me, and I use horror loosely, but that's where I categorize it as a B-rated horror movie. And
I can't even put it as a horror movie. Like that's like
no, and I don't put it as a horror movie, but that's where I would throw it.
By the way, just so we have a definition, ignore the white screen that just popped up. Definition of a thriller movie, because I had to go look it up. I wanted to see what it was. Thriller genre is typically fiction with numerous, often overlapping subgenres, primarily including crime, horror, detective, suspense, and more. Thrillers are often characterized by the moods that they elicit, giving their audience heightened feelings of suspense, excitement, surprise, anticipation, and anxiety, often well suited for film and television.
But
I
fits
don't
it.
feel like you need that. I don't think you need
Oh
that
yeah, gosh.
part, but okay, that was fucking overkill, that definition. I, but here's the thing, I didn't have suspense.
You
I
might
didn't
not
have,
have.
I didn't have, well, look, as somebody who hates fucking horror movies and always looking for the pop, of what's gonna get me, what's going to fucking ruin my night, this had excitement. Not surprises. Like, comedic surprises? Sure. Not a lot of high anticipation. I had no anxiety. It was exciting. It was funny. But
I wasn't expecting Ice Cube's son to be in the movie either. I didn't know he was in it.
nope.
I didn't know Ray Liotta was in it either.
I think I knew that. I think I
But
remember seeing the casting for it. I remember seeing Ray Liotta and then be like,
I
oh,
think it's
this may
and
be
this was
good.
his last movie also, right? Right before he died.
Oh shit, that's right. He did die.
I think it was. I don't know for sure, but I think it was.
I think you're right.
Because you're looking at him, and he looks. I mean, about the same, but you could just look at him and tell that he didn't look the best like he normally did.
No, he looked off.
So he played it very well. I mean, he was a great grandfather. He left his kid in another state watching TV, or his grandson in another state watching TV while he went out to, get the cocaine. So I think everything with this movie was
Dangerous
pretty
Waters
well done.
will be his last movie.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yep. Or will be. It will be.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, 'cause
IMDb.
he did a lot of low budget films. And
Yeah, but he made them good though. Like that was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of his stuff. But like that was probably one thing I was like, he still made the movie amazing. Don't take this out of context. I thought he was gonna have a comedic play in it, like comedic undertone, versus just this very serious mob boss type gangster, which was fine. It worked for him, and that character always works for him. But he also has some roles, especially like Wild Hogs, where he's the bad guy, but still he's funny.
See, and that's another movie that does not get enough credit for what it is. I love Wild Hogs.
Oh, that was amazing! I like that show.
And I'm just a big Tim Allen fan too, but
But I mean, that entire cast was good. It wasn't just like a one-off. You had John Travolta. Granted, that was like one of his lower moments in life, technically.
Yeah.
He had lots of stuff going on. But you also had Martin Lawrence. You had
I have no idea what his name is.
Macy. Macy. I'm trying to look it up. William Macy, who's Weeds. He's the dad off of Weeds. Hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Ray Liotta. You had Jill Hennessy, who I've seen in other movies. Steven, I'm gonna butcher his name. Tobolowsky is always really funny, and he's always funny in all his movies. I mean, they had a lot of big names in Wild Hogs, and I liked that. I thought it was hilarious. I had no issues with it. I know it got shit upon like crazy.
I thought it was great.
I had to make sure there wasn't a second one because I was like, is this the one that got ruined?
No, so I mean, we watched. So you got Cocaine Bear. There's 3 that I watched this weekend just because I had the time. So it was Cocaine Bear, and then I found another one that I told you about. Exists.
Oh, the Bigfoot,
which is the Bigfoot, which is by I think I don't know if it's directors, producers, creators, whatever, of Blair Witch Project. So it's the same style of camcorder, GoPro style movie of they carry the camera around, and it's all captured that way.
Esther Bell.
A what?
That's Esther Bell. Yeah, that's the director and writer.
And the movie was done very well. The Bigfoot in this movie is very well done. Does not look cheesy. Doesn't look like a jackass running around in a suit. This one is suspenseful, fits the horror genre very well, everything about it was done very, very well. And I can't say it's shot very well because it all is camcorder style, but it all fits in the way that they do it, and the cut scenes of everything and the way they did it was awesome. I really liked it. It's probably one of the better ones I've seen, camcorder style, like Blair Witch,
Yeah.
Or Paranormal Activity type thing. But it was good. It was good. It was great. Exists is the name of it. It was awesome.
You want to talk about a movie that doesn't get the love that it used to back then is Paranormal Activity. Granted, it got shit on by all their remakes and sequels and everything. But I remember when Paranormal Activity came out, I was down in San Angelo. I remember they hyped this shit up for a year, very much like Blair Witch of this is true. They had all the documentations, they had all the reportings, all the sightings. They had like you were able to submit your own paranormal videos into it and basically share it. Like this is also the kickoff of social media too. Just keep in mind, Facebook is still in its infancy as far as like age wise goes. It's especially at this point. I remember everybody was going nuts, and it was done in that security camera feed. It was done in the camcorder style feed where it's all from an outside perspective or first person. I remember so many people shitting their pants in the movie theater, jump scares and everything. Amazing. And now it just gets shit upon because they've made like what, fucking 12.
Yeah, I mean, and from Paranormal Activity 2, I mean, just Paranormal Activity 2, it's a complete shift in the way that it's done.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity 2 was an actual movie just based in a haunted house of sorts.
It was based off the same house.
But it was not. Wait, am I saying it was something else?
No, there's more Paranormal Activity movies where like they're all interconnected by the lineage basically of the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Paranormal Activity was just a movie. The only connection was the house. That was it. And if you didn't watch one, you didn't see it.
I thought it followed the family or a girl at one point and got out of the house.
Maybe
I thought 4. So I thought one of them, maybe it wasn't Paranormal Activity. I know. I thought one was in an actual house, and it was shot like an actual movie and not a camcorder style.
No, so 2 was shot in the camcorder and security feed style. I can have to go through all these now. God damn it.
Now I think it's.
I just felt paranormal right the first time. Why am I struggling?
Oh, it was Blair Witch Project 2. Blair Witch 2. That's the one that was shot in actual. That's all I got it confused with. That was an actual movie. The second one they made. Yeah, I do remember when the first Paranormal Activity came out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be stupid. I watched it and I caught myself like, what the fuck am I watching?
Because it connected with you. Like that was the whole thing.
And since then I don't like supernatural movies, paranormal movies that much. Like, because they're so overly done now. It seems like anything that comes out anymore is either sacrifice of this, like the new one with Russell Crowe coming out, the Pope's Exorcist, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't get into those. I have some friends that like that stuff, but I can't really get into it and enjoy it like when I watched the Blair Witch Project. And granted, yes, it's a corny ass movie, but at the time when it came out, it was good.
It was a different perspective of filming. It was no longer tripod, rail station. It was, you're going to hold this camera, you're going to go out, and we're going to have you record it, the actor, versus, somebody else. But then, like Paranormal, Blair Witch, they were both deeply rooted and very, very unappreciative categories, being that paranormal, supernatural type. Because again, yes, you had supernatural-esque horror movies, Jason, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Those are all technically like supernatural-esque. Nightmare.
Those are more slasher.
Yeah.
You look at Exorcist and things like that. Yeah. That's more paranormal, supernatural.
I'm sorry, somebody who can kill you in your dream. There are so many paranormal reports about that. But anyways, off the topic. that's the closest you would get though, because that's when you start to see the shift. Of Blair Witch came out, and you saw the camcorder style feed, and then that's when we kind of get into Exorcist and the Nun and all that other stupid shit. I can't watch that anymore because again, fuck me up. But what I was saying is Blair Witch and paranormal. Blair Witch is based off of events, and they took those events very serious, and they leaned into it and like laid it all out crystal clear. So if you went and researched the Blair Witch, Smoky Mountains, you could find out like the Appalachian Mountains, all that. You could find the Blair Witch, and you could read more about her and all this stuff. And then you see the movie, and you're like, oh shit, is this what it's based off of? And you had ties, you had that whole connection, you had all the paranormal shit. You know, Appalachian mountain area is fucking crazy. Just the stories alone are out the ass with that stuff.
Yeah.
And same with paranormal. It's again, wasn't a big genre. Ghost hunting, paranormal activity wasn't a popular. It was kind of a taboo almost to a degree of if you believe in ghosts, that's anti-religion. That's anti this. You're stupid. All this. Which, by the way, touch on the religions factor for a second, because I used to get shit of, again, raised Catholic. How can you believe in paranormal and be Catholic? I was like, I'm sorry, we believe in demons. We actively talk about demons in Catholicism and angels. And you're telling me ain't no way in hell possession's real when we have an exorcist at almost every state, every main or major diocese. There's a exorcist professional, and then there's a big exorcist guy in the Vatican. Fuck off. Paranormal's not real, but hey, demons, angels, yeah, not the same though.
Yeah, so with something different, bringing it back to reality, everything else, since we don't talk about religion and stuff like that on the podcast. The way that
talk about my childhood, okay? It's different.
The way that those movies are done changed a lot of the way the other ones are shot, and people think outside of the normal way of doing a normal movie, because now movies are done on iPhones, GoPros, and stuff like that. I mean, Hardcore Henry, I don't know if you watched that one, that was all GoPro, first person perspective, and definitely different in the way it was done, and very well done if you can handle that style of movie. It's a first person, shooting hand-to-hand combat, stuff like that. Hard to follow at times because there's a lot of parkour happening in it.
Yeah, a lot of people get motion sick with that because you're seeing, again, it's from their perspective. So when they're supposed to be jolting back and forth and their head's moving, you get that immersive feeling with it. Yeah, I've had, I forget what movie it was I was watching that was based in that first person perspective, but it definitely made me like get a little nauseous, like, whoa, okay, hold on a second. I need to stop focusing so goddamn hard in one spot. But I haven't watched Exist. I have it literally queued up to where I can watch it, but that's not on like a major docket for me to be like, I have to watch it. I have to.
No,
it's more of a, I'm going to, because it's Bigfoot related. I want to see if it's super cheesy or if it's a decent movie. So, but I mean, I'll end up watching it because I've looked at the reviews, I've looked at the trailer, I've looked at the synopsis of it, and it looks like a good movie. I mean, it's almost fucking 20 years old, but it looks like a good movie.
Yes, so. And if you look at it for being almost 20 years old, I think it holds up very, very well. And I'm only probably going to spend a few minutes, like a very minimal time on this third one that I watched, because it's probably the biggest piece of shit I've seen in a long time. Yeah. It's called Ooga Booga. Okay.
Is this based off of Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh, okay. No. It's so there's a medical student who was brutally murdered by a dirty cop. His soul is magically transferred into an action figure, and this action figure it's like an African tribal doll. Okay. So it's also a ripoff of Trilogy of Terror. There's a Zuni warrior in that movie of Trilogy of Terror, you can see it's a blatant ripoff of that character. But this is the biggest piece of shit B-rated horror movie I've seen in a very long time. Just a lot of forced racism and ignorance and sexual content that's like not even needed in a movie.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is the guy that made this movie is responsible for Puppet Masters, Demonic Toys, Devil Dolls, all these iconic cold horror classics, and he produced this piece of shit.
So is this before all that, or
no? This came out in 2013. So you're looking at 10 years old. And this is the biggest piece of shit I have seen. And I now
threw a lot of money at
turned off for a lot of his. I mean, he had Subspecies, Killjoy. I mean, he had a great catalog of Full Moon movies because Full Moon has great movies.
Yeah.
And they're very, very cult classic styles. But man, this movie just turned me off everything that he's done because of the biggest piece of shit that I've seen, and it's the way that he did it.
I think that's so funny because I'm the same way of like, if a producer or even a writer, if a certain group is known to make movies a certain way and they deviate very hard from it, it makes it very hard to go back and watch anything or do anything with that, because you're like, well, here's this one fucking piece of shit. Do I really want to risk running into another one now, or just cut my ties and be like, done? But I get it. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I didn't know also. I mean, I guess, and going back through his catalog of stuff, he's done porn also.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I didn't.
You know who also did porn? The original Red Ranger.
Really? No, I didn't know that. The one that's in jail. The one that murdered the dude.
No, that's like third or fourth generation now. The one that took the katana and killed his roommate. No, the first Red Ranger, the very first Red Ranger, the one who worked with like Jason David Frank, who just passed away a few months ago. That Red Ranger did porn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the original Red Ranger was the one that went to jail.
No, there's several Red Rangers that.
So Jason Lee Scott's the one that did.
Yes, there we go.
Really? No, okay, that's time. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, the one that did the manslaughter was back in 2017. He was, he's the animal one. He's not Wild Force. There we go. Not that matters. Different Power Ranger. That's all that matters. I stopped after like season 3. But
really? So, okay. It's crazy.
Rabbit hole. Yeah, like the lady that plays Trina, the original Yellow Ranger, was killed in a car crash, I believe. Or was she killed by her dad? No, I think she was killed in a car crash. It was an accident. And the girl that played Ducky in Land Before Time was killed by her dad. Yep.
Wait, what? So, the original Red Ranger is dead.
No. Original
Yellow Ranger.
Yeah. Yellow Ranger. I think her name was Trina in the show. She died, I think, after the first Power Ranger movie, maybe shortly after, by a car accident, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. I totally forget because there's a lot of this random ass fucking facts I have. I get them mixed up. But do you remember the show, the movie, The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
Ducky, the I don't know what fucking dinosaur she is, but she's the aquatic one, and she's like, yep. She's a very optimistic. She was killed by her dad shortly after the movie released or whatever. So this child was killed by her dad. It's old news. You can see all of it.
I was trying to figure out how those two correlated together, how you went into that one.
Murder or death. Death
okay.
to murder. I just said fucking.
I thought you were saying that the Yellow Ranger's dad killed.
No.
I was like, what the fuck?
I got those two stories mixed up.
That one?
Yeah, mixed up.
Holy shit! The Yellow Ranger's dad killed Ducky. I don't know what's going on.
I know all this random shit. You think I'm weird on Nintendo shit? You just wait. So much fucking random facts about movies and shit. No, we saw.
Oh shit!
We saw
rocks.
Fucking don't look at all the shit.
No, they went off a fucking mountainside.
That's what it was. Okay. Car accident. I don't remember the details.
Crazy.
We saw 2 other movies too this past week. I will say week. We saw Knock at the Cabin with Dave Bautista.
Yep.
Fucking waste of my time. Absolute dog shit waste of my time. I hated it. That was a movie. I went into it very optimistic because I was like, oh, Dave Bautista's been really good in his like non-Marvel related movies. He's been good. He's been decent. He's not dog shit like The Rock was originally, where he was really hard to watch. And going back and watching like Tooth Fairy or Rundown, you're like, The Rock is terrible back then. And Dave Bautista, he's good with gimmicks and everything. He worked very well. And his role was good. And if you're not familiar with Knock at the Cabin, it's Armageddon's happening, and these 4 people, and the guy that plays Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, he's in it.
Yes.
And he's kind of a homophobe and possibly racist undertones with him. He's a like traditional redneck, like think Southern Alabama redneck. But anyways, there's him, Dave Bautista's guy who's a teacher, and then they had a nurse, and they had a cook, a line cook, / mom. And they randomly walk up to this cabin. Dave Bautista's character walks into this field where this little girl is catching grasshoppers. And that alone, like that opening part, I was like, oh, please don't let Bautista be a pedo guy, because you get very strong pedophiles, and you're just like, no. This is gonna be tough. I can't watch all this. But they end up breaking into they find this cabin, and they're trying to get in. It's 2 dads and this daughter, and they basically tie them up, and the premise is you must sacrifice. You guys have to come together and agree to sacrifice one of yourselves to save the world. If you don't, in X amount of time, some plague-style event is going to happen. And first, of course, no. And the way they trigger one of the Armageddon plagues or world-ending things is one of those 4 members have to kill themselves and say the judgment has been passed, and then they kill themselves, and the other 3 or 2 remaining people have to do something, hack him up, stab him, whatever, because it changes person to person. And they have him tied up, and then Ron's character dies, and all of a sudden tsunami hits, and they turn on the TV and they have it. And the trailer looks good, the snippets look good. I went in there going, yes, this is gonna be a good movie. By the end of it, I was like, this is a waste of 1 hour and 38 minutes of my life. It's not worth it. I don't recommend it. You can watch it on Apple TV, I believe. It's worth that.
I think it's on HBO or Peacock also.
Maybe it's that where I got it. I don't remember.
It's on one of those 2. Also, or something like that.
But it just, I think it's Peacock.
Okay.
It's just, it was not a good movie. I have nothing nice to say about it. It's just, yeah, it is rough. And
you go into the movie not knowing what it's about, or not what the twist is, because being an M.Night Shyamalan movie, there's always a fucked up twist that he adds to it.
There was no fucked up twist.
Well, the fact that there was Armageddon. You didn't know that going into it. It wasn't talked about in the trailer.
No. Yes, it was. No, you must make a sacrifice to save the world.
But it never says anything about Armageddon. It just says save the world.
That's world-ending events.
I'm sorry. I thought he was a Jehovah's Witness. That's what
he kind of comes across at the beginning. No,
that's what I thought he was.
No.
So
I went in knowing this was a world-ending event, and I went, "Oh, this is Armageddon." That's why I got so hyped about it. It's like, oh, because they showed tidal waves. I was like, yes, people gonna die. This is gonna be a good one. It's M.Night Shyamalan. He does crazy shit. He does amazing. And this is one of those movies where I was like,
you can be very loose with amazing. His movies are not very good. Not all of them are very good.
no, they're not all very good, but the few I've watched, I've like the splits. Not split. That's not the name of it. But the one that has Jackson. Like, well, I can't think of his name now. All of a sudden, Nick Fury.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah,
you're talking
Samuel
about like with the Unbreakable and then all those like the tie-in of those three movies.
3 or 4, yeah. I think those are good movies. I like them. Again, those are also thrillers, suspense movies, horror. Like, they were good.
Yeah.
This was one of those where I was like, ugh. Again, I went in M. Night Shyamalan. I was like, okay, he's been really good lately. His shit has been on point. He hasn't been complete shit. It's fine. This should be good. He does wonky shit. He does weird shit. And there's always a big, either super gnarly, nasty, or just like unexpected twist. But at the end, you're like, oh. Yeah, I called that from the beginning. That's unfortunate.
I'm not sold on a lot of his movies. A lot of his movies have been, and I have not seen. I saw Unbreakable. I have not seen Glass. I haven't seen Split. I want to. I just haven't watched them.
I started with Split and then saw Unbreakable and Glass. I walked them out of order because I didn't know that was M. Night Shyamalan originally.
Yeah. So, I mean, Signs was good. I enjoyed that one. The Village was okay. Lady in Water was fucking weird. The Happening sucked. The Last Airbender. What? Do I need to say anything about it? What? Happening?
Hold on. Well, no, we're not moving past either one of those two. The Happening is not a terrible movie, but it's not
fucking dog shit.
It's a decent movie for what it is. It's a decent movie.
What?
The Wind? I don't like horror. The Wind? So that was a good one.
The wind that is killing people? Like, seriously?
That could happen.
The wind blows wrong. I'm sorry, you're in with that one, but you're all against Knock at the Cabin?
Yeah.
The wind blows by somebody.
Don't bring religion into this.
I'm just saying that I didn't say about religion. I'm saying the wind blows by somebody else, suddenly they go crazy.
Yeah, so it's possible. Look at fucking Ohio. You can't touch the fucking water. You're telling me the fact that a nuclear plant couldn't have blown up somewhere and the wind shifted and it's all radiation and people are transforming or dying? No, it had an undertone of plausibility, and that was enough for me.
It's dog shit.
Your dog shit
sucked.
And I'm gonna piss some people off.
Mark Wahlberg in that movie? No. Hey, how you doing? Hey, grass. Oh, you blowing? Okay, say hi to your mother for me. Okay. Hey, blowing over there. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Mark Wahlberg.
No, I like you too, but no, like not that movie.
I liked him in the movie.
God, no, fucking movie sucked.
And then you said Avatar: The Last Airbender. Need you say more? It was not. And I don't like Avatar. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. I do not like Avatar: The Last Airbender, like this TV show. Anime, don't like it. I think that entire thing, again, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. I've already made my wife mad with this statement. I think that whole thing is shit. I thought the movie was decent. It wasn't great. There was a lot of missed opportunities, but it wasn't as bad as everyone's making it out to be.
Way better than The Happening, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, it's amazing compared to The Happening. But The Happening is still a decent movie.
Since then, Devil, I don't think I watched. After Earth, I don't think I watched.
Wait, what was the first one you said? Before After Earth?
Devil, After Earth, The Visit.
I watched The Visit. Devil.
Wayward Pines TV show. I don't know what Devil is. He's a producer in that one. I don't know. It's a group of people that are trapped in an elevator, and the devil's fiercely amongst them.
Not so it's Devil in Ohio?
No, it's Devil. So it's phone booth, but with the devil in a elevator. I don't know. It doesn't. It's who knows.
I'm not seeing that one. So
it was in 2010 when that one came out. So I don't know.
So I type in the devil. I have Devil All the Time, which was a good one.
No, Devil, not the devil. Just Devil.
Okay, well, let me just type in Devil.
2013. 2010.
With Chris Messina?
Yes.
This looks familiar.
It doesn't look good, but it's got the kid from Super Troopers in it.
It has Logan Marshall Green in it.
One of the Snosberry kids.
This looks familiar, but I don't think I've...
Jeffrey Arend. I've never seen it.
I don't think I've seen it, but I'm watching the trailer right now, and it looks...
Yeah.
It looks familiar, but the problem is that's also an era where, like, that's 13 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And I was overseas. I was drinking a lot, so I don't honestly remember a lot of shit, so...
So I mean, since then, you have then Wayward Pines, which is a TV show, and then
that was stupid.
Glass. I never watched it. Never watched it. Split.
I
Glass.
watched like 3 episodes. And gave up.
I don't know what old is. That came out in 21.
Oh, what?
That's got.
No, I think that's the one where they go to the beach. That one was actually that was actually a really good movie. But also one of those that get pissed me off because basically the premise is there's a part of this island you're not supposed to go to because you age significantly quicker than you would throughout your life. But then it's an experiment. People are being lured to this and seeing how long they live. And the final 2 people, they go in there as like preteens and they leave as grown-ass adults / elderly people. And the only way they do is escaping from the coral, which is a hidden passage into the lab. It's a good movie. Just understand this, that it's drawn out. It's tedious at times. It's minimum talking. And it's literally to the point where my fish just fucking try to jump out of water. It's drawn out to the point where, like, for me, there's not action going on. There's no killing, or sorry, people are dying, but there's no suspenseful other than, oh my god, are they going to escape? Are they going to live? Are they going to who's going to be next? And like if you have cancer, it accelerates it. It was just one of those it felt very long and drawn out. Like somebody was pregnant only for a couple weeks and they gave birth to a child. That child became an adult and died. Somebody had stage 1 cancer and was going to chemo, dead within minutes. And it was a good movie. Would I go back and watch it again? No. Because again, it took a lot of my time. It's only like an hour and 50 minutes, but
yeah,
it felt like 3 to 6 hours. I remember my wife and I had to like pause it. We got it from Redbox. I remember we paused it a lot. It's like, okay, let's go take a break. Let's go walk. But once you got past that halfway point, it got better. But it spent almost half the movie trying to figure out how to fucking escape.
He doesn't have a very long list of movies. He only has 16. He's got 4 upcoming. But like, I don't know. They're very, very, very hit or miss.
Eating water. I watched The Village. Here's the thing, like, I'm over here saying I don't fucking like horror movies, but yeah, I've seen a lot of M.Night's movies looking at it going, I didn't know that was
I don't think these are horror movies, though.
These
are more suspense or thriller.
He is, let's see. He's a film director, screenwriter, producer, occasional actor, known for making movies with contemporary supernatural plots. Genre goes from thriller to suspense and horror. So he's right in there. He's like a little bit of everything.
I don't know which one would fall.
Often categorized as horror due to him playing on the psychological effect.
I'd say, okay, The Devil. I guarantee Signs is going to be... Nope, it's not.
It's not what?
Okay, it's not a horror movie.
Signs is not a horror movie?
Nope. Neither is Lady in the Water.
Oh, that's Sixth Sense. Horror?
He didn't do the Sixth Sense.
Yeah, he did. He was the director and writer.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at producing. I didn't look at that.
Go to IMDb and just click his name in M.Night Shyamalan.
I'm on the producing side. I didn't look at directing.
I just clicked on his name. I have everything.
Oh, Sixth Sense. That's right. That's not a horror movie either.
Oh, interesting.
Which that one was fucking crazy. I like that one. Not very many. And I'm curious if Split is a horror.
Yeah.
So, but
That was Glass and
there's no way Unbreakable is okay. Unbreakable is not a horror. So it's weird because they're all three tied together, but the first one is not a horror movie. But the crazier, I mean, Split gets nuts.
Split's fucking crazy.
I'm only going off the trailers I've seen. I haven't seen the movie. I want to see it, but
Well, now
I don't know.
that all three are out, I would watch it in order.
Yeah, I don't consider him a horror. I don't consider his movies horror movies, but if they categorize, they categorize.
Yeah, I do know he's. Anytime I hear like his movie or he's producing another movie, it's always a psychological thriller. Is often how he's. Which that's kind of one of those weird of, well, it's kind of horror, but it's not.
It's a mind fuck, is what it is.
He does really good at that, honestly. It's fucking really
good. And
Except he's got for Knock at the Cabin, not psychological at all.
It wasn't that bad of a movie, I don't think.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, the deaths in that movie caught me off guard. Like, I wasn't expecting them to start chopping their heads off and shit like that, but no, it wasn't the best, but the way that it was done was good. I enjoyed it.
The way it was done.
I've seen way worse movies.
Yeah, the one you were talking about.
No, I'm like recently the fuck's his name? Jordan Peele's new movie, Nope.
Oh.
I've already talked about it on the podcast. One of the worst absolute dog shit movies I've ever seen in the theater. Still
haven't seen it because you and a lot of people have literally said it's not worth it.
But there's now it's funny because there are a lot of people that say it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's done so well. Like, no, I don't buy it. It's dog shit. I hate that movie. When you go from Get Out to Us to Nope, like,
are all three of those connected?
No, they're not. Oh, okay, I mean, they're all independent, but Get Out was great. I haven't seen Us, but everybody I've talked to said it's great. And just the trailer seems fucking nuts. And then you have Nope, but I'm just like,
no, that was a movie I was not willing to watch. Us was one of those I was not willing to watch at all.
Did you watch Get Out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did watch Get Out.
And it was good.
Us was one of those I was like,
I do want to see Us. That's the one I do want to see. So, I mean, there's plenty of them that are out there that are decent. It's just like he fucked up in that one. But I mean, every director, not every movie they make is going to be good. You know, so it's going to appease certain people, and so far he's 2 out of 3 for me.
It's a certain target demographic with all these movies, whether M.Night or Get Out or anything like that. It's yeah.
And going from where he was at with Key and Peele and now making these movies, I mean, he's got nothing but range and nowhere to go but up after making Nope, because again, it was not good at all. And he doesn't have anything coming up either. Like, there's nothing that they're showing in IMDb for him. But I hope he has something else coming out at some point.
Well, yeah, he has nothing. Damn.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll have something at some point, but I don't know why, but they're showing something for Netflix. It looks like an animated show or something. I don't know if he has a deal with it. Looks like a claymation style.
The other movie we saw, which we actually got to go to the movie theater. We went and saw John Wick 4.
Okay.
Not great.
Don't shit on Keanu Reeves.
No, here's the thing: it's like again, Keanu Reeves, love the dude, amazing guy, love all but one of his movies.
Just don't ruin it too much because I do want to watch it.
No, I'm not. The end pissed me off, and I'm going to say this: they already have slated for John Wick 5, 6, and 7. I can't wait till the TV series for the continent, yeah, the Continental comes out. I think it's later this year, early next year, which is I think early '60s and '70s, and it takes place in New York. It's a John Wick world. It's leading up. Yeah, looks amazing.
Is it tied in? I haven't heard about it.
Yes, it's tied in.
Is
It
it free?
supersedes. Yeah, it's
Okay.
all. This is what leads up to it being in New York and John Wick getting involved, and we're supposed to have a
Okay.
supposed cameo of John Wick at the end of it. A little bit that's been released. Um, but the plot and the story just irritated me. I think I just wasn't ready for it. Like without telling you what happens is really hard. But
I get it.
overall, like it was a great movie, but the way it ended left a very sour taste in my mouth. And I was like, this is stupid. You pissed me off here. And have you seen the trailer for it?
I have seen a little bit. I have not seen a lot of it.
Well, regardless, there's a blind man in there. Fucking
Mhm.
hilarious. His chemistry with John Wick is just amazing. It's awesome. Like
You
those
gotta
fight
look
scenes are
too.
amazing.
I mean, they're on the fourth one. Not every one of them are going to be bangers in a match to keep up with the whole
That's the thing though.
style of
Like,
the movie. You're going to
it
fall off
kept
at
up
some
with it.
point.
It kept up with it. It's just this is me being probably pretentious, where I was like, the end of it was just one of those, and by the end, I literally mean like the last 5 minutes. I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? Really? Ugh. I knew it was gonna happen too after watching it, and like I called it. I told my wife even in the movie theater, like, hey, blah blah blah, and she's like, no, they wouldn't do that. She's like, how'd you know? I can read between the lines, but I was like, oh, this is. It was upsetting, but it's where the story needed to go. I just wasn't. I
Do you
didn't want
catch
it to go
yourself
that
doing
way.
that a lot with movies that you watch? Do you see yourself reading into them to figure them out?
Yes, I blame Marvel,
Okay.
but no, it's not like. So I don't go out of my way. Like it's not something I'm watching the movie or the TV show. I go, oh, by the way, A, B, C, D is going to happen, and that's going to lead to E, F, G, H, I. Like I don't go in there intentionally, but if it's that blatant
Mhm.
that I pick up on it, then yes, I'm instantly triggered. Not triggered. That's lack of a better word. But my brain gets triggered by it, where I was like, oh, hold on, this happened, and I know this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And from there on out, it's really just am I right? Or am I gonna be wrong? So that's typically how it goes down. But so far, I've been pretty accurate with what happens. Marvel's the only one I was like, oh, you sneaky bitches. That's not how the comic book did it. Fucking cheated. So yeah.
Now, on the Marvel, I've finished Moon Knight, watching She-Hulk now.
Don't waste your time with
And
She-Hulk. Don't.
um uh I don't find it that bad. I'm actually enjoying it. It's the whole interaction between her and Ruffalo
Yeah.
was pretty damn good. The whole thing, like I don't mind it. And yes, I saw the whole twerking scene. Yes, it was corny as hell, but
It's not
it
even
was
the
a
twerking. It's just like the overall premise. I guess I don't know.
you
The
can
word I'm looking
ignore
for.
that.
I just
You
but
can
I just
easily ignore it.
no.
But
It's where they were going with She-Hulk. It's how the
Mhm.
episodes played out. How they were not pandering, but the things they were doing, which is like this isn't part of the character of She-Hulk. They're straying too far from the character. They're straying way too far, and it's deviating from it, and it's not turning out very well. Again, this is the side of me where I've read these comics, so I have a bar, and it's to the point where like the bar is like we'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, I set my bar at like a 60, 65, maybe 70, up there. This hit like a 10. I was like, this is way too off mark. This pisses me off. I can't enjoy it. Can't.
there's a lot more than that because I mean, did the Captain America handoff piss you off? That it wasn't Bucky and it was
No, you want to know why?
Falcon?
Because there are no, because Falcon is Captain America,
Bucky
and so is
was first though.
yeah. Depends on which lineage you read.
That's true, but also there's also so many multiverses of everything anymore.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like even before late '90s, early 2000s, you had Bucky, you had Falcon, you had Captain Britain, you had tons of people. Peggy Carter. I think you had like 8 or 9 people at the time that played Captain America. So I was like,
Yeah.
cool, whatever. They can nitpick. It's fine. Should it have been Bucky? No, not with the MCU. Not ready for it. It should have been Captain or Falcon. I was okay with it. But the thing with She-Hulk is at the time there hadn't been too many adaptations, reworks, revisions, whatever you want to call it, of She-Hulk's lineage. It's a very like small category inside the comic book, and they've added a lot more since then to kind of keep up with the MCU. But again, they're making the comic books to keep up with what's happening versus making the movie to help explain or go off of what's happened in the past or happened in the artwork wise. So just She-Hulk in the whole, from that perspective for me, I did not enjoy it. My wife enjoyed it. I know people who enjoyed it, but I could not because it was too far off. Yeah, she's a lawyer. Ooh, they got that right.
But I mean, going off of just watching it for what it is, and not looking at, because I know nothing about the story. I know nothing about it. I knew nothing about She-Hulk going into it, so it didn't bother me really watching it. I'm enjoying it, and it's got its ups and downs. It's not bad. Like I said, the whole training scene or whatever between her and the Hulk was pretty comical and funny in itself as being its own show. Well, I'll tell you, it's better than Moon Knight. I didn't enjoy Moon Knight. There was way too much back and forth. The actor in Moon Knight, I like him. I do like him a lot.
So when you say back and forth, you mean were you not able to keep up with it? Were you not
Holy
able
shit!
to understand?
I mean, you were all over the place. I didn't enjoy it until the last episode.
All right.
So I mean,
That's
the
weird.
last episode, because there was just so much that was going on. It was slow. It was boring. I didn't enjoy the character. I really wanted to like Moon Knight. Do look like a badass.
He's a badass.
I just feel like there's a lot more to it, and it's like watching the first Captain America movie. I wanted to hang myself halfway through it.
Shut your mouth.
I hate fuck Captain America in the first movie and the Thor movie. I hated both of those movies.
Wait, the first Thor movie?
Yes, and the first Captain America movie both sucked. They're both slow and boring as hell. And that's how I felt about Moon Knight. Hopefully, there's more to it because at the very last episode, it picked up. And cool, great, keep going that way.
But
I understand.
But Moon Knight, Black Panther, shit, who's the other one? I can't think of the character's name now. Anyway, they're all Egyptian gods. They're all Egyptian gods. The
Black
god
Panther's
that
an Egyptian god?
yes.
Oh,
So he's technically an Egyptian god that bestowed the Black Panther's ability, bestowed that to Wakandians. Yep. Namor, yeah, there we go. Namor, the main villain from Black Panther 2, while Aztec god is technically originally an Egyptian god, moved down. And again, this is how they like almost explain religion. Where like, oh look, we started here, and then we spread out, and now we have all these other different religions. But yeah, Namor, Black Panther, Moon Knight. There's like 2 or 3 other ones, and it all comes into the old school Egyptian gods, and it plays very well into it. So I can't think of the other one. It's really pissing me off now.
Of Egyptian style god, I don't know who it would be.
I have to like Google Egyptian gods.
Let's not just Google it. Watch somebody probably listening right now. It's fucking this person. Like I don't know who it is.
Joke's on you, bitch. This is recorded.
I don't know. Like
okay, so it was Anubis. Okay, I could be. Don't quote me on this. I could be wrong, but Anubis is the one that gave Black Panther the Black Panther ability. He's one of the main gods. And then you had Khonshu, which is Moon Knight. You had who's the fucking alligator dude? He shows up in Moon Knight. I can't think of his name.
That was a female.
No, yeah, but the actual god, like this all supersedes, like this all before Moon Knight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't think. Thought? Nope. I'm going to find a picture of it. Nope. Okay. Another episode. But basically, that's where also like Marvel kind of got their inspiration from. You can go Google it and all that. But there's also a section of Marvel that ties into the old Egyptian gods, the nine mains, the subs, and all that, and basically explains how these powers came to be, and they're all based off gods and godly powers, and that's why it's able to be transferred from one person to another, and blah 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 blah.
Oh, same with the Eternals.
Yeah, kind of.
Because that's a heavily Egyptian.
That's a celestial being. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Omega, technically. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're
which that they introduced Galactus, and he looks fucking stupid.
Hopefully he changes.
Oh, he better.
The way he
looks. He looks stupid.
Thanos looked stupid when he first showed him. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
He looked like Barney that was in the water for too long. So
okay,
yeah,
you can't have Josh Brolin play all these characters, so that's just not fair.
Hey, if he wants to, he's already Cable and Thanos, so he can do his thing. He can do what he wants. I don't know.
You know how confusing that'd be though for him to play like all these fucking different Marvel characters. Be like, now hold on, is this all the same universe? What's going on?
He wants to be talented to do it. That's his. I don't know.
1 second.
Yep.
But it's just I can't set my pause. Can't have my pause button anymore. Joke's on me. I was gonna pause this, but I guess we can't, guys. Listen to me now.
This is where the editing comes in.
It really does. It really does, but I can't fucking pause it. Whatever. Sorry if you hear my kid crying. To anyone who's listening.
We have kids. Deal with it. Welcome to the real life.
She's literally just sitting outside my door crying.
Oh, then she's half asleep.
Oh yeah, she's sleepwalking for sure. I think you can hear her, but I don't think the podcast can because I think I have my filters.
Oh, okay.
All set up,
yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, I can hear.
That's what we call media break. That's not gonna get clipped out because, yeah. Oh yeah, now she's pissed. Well, you can control shit going on my side, but no. So there, yeah. I don't want Josh Brolin to play any more characters. But with that said, Deadpool 3 is coming out. I think 2025 or 2024.
I think it's 24.
I don't think they started production on it. I think they're still looking for they're still 24. Oh, yep. Mine says December 24. So
yeah, that's Phase 6. So Deadpool is listed as the first one for Phase 6 and 24, 26. So 24 is when it should come out, if not late.
Yeah.
Late 20. Have like Phase 5 is probably gonna be a horrendous.
it's already shaping up to be shit.
Because I haven't, like I said, I'm way behind. I haven't seen Thor, Black Panther. I haven't seen Ant-Man, Wasp, Guardians of the Galaxy, which comes out soon.
I have not seen Quantumanium yet. I have not seen Guardians yet. I will watch both of those when they come out on Disney Plus.
Guardians isn't out yet, is it? Volume 3?
I think it comes out this weekend.
It could be this weekend. But like that, then the Marvels after that, Captain America: New World Order, and then Thunderbolts. And I am looking forward to Blade.
May 5th, next week.
Okay, so like Blade is going to end Phase 5, which I'm looking forward to seeing Blade because I like the guy they picked. He's a decent actor. I just hope they go. In my opinion, Blade needs to be R-rated in order for it to be successful. Just because, and I'm going off Wesley Snipes style Blade with that style of character,
but not even Wesley Snipes. Just his actual character, Blade, is a very dark, brooding, cynical, sinister even. Like, he's a very bad motherfucker. And you cannot portray that very well in PG-13.
I mean, you can push it, but yeah, they're gonna struggle. Was Morbius rated R?
They tried that with yes. I thought it was. I thought Morbius was rated R.
Because if Morbius got the rated R,
Morbius is Sony. It's PG-13.
Is it 13?
Yep, I'm looking at it.
I don't know. I think
Sony,
Blade needs the R, but I don't know if Disney will put out 2 Marvel characters with rated R's.
Yeah,
back to back, because if Blade ends it and then Deadpool starts it.
Yeah, they could do it.
Like, they very well could, but I don't think they will.
I don't think they'll have much of a choice without that. It affects too much. Like, Morbius was one of those that, like, it was supposed to be rated R, and they had to trim back so much of it to make it PG-13, because Sony would not greenlight a rated R for Morbius, because again, that's Spider-Verse. That's the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man universe. So, but yeah, they have to make Blade rated R. Like, that's non-questionable, because if you make it PG-13, sure, you can push the boundaries, but look how they did that with Wolverine in the X-Men movies. They pushed that boundary with him, and even then, you're like, oh, he's not at the full potential. You didn't get to see a full, true, authentic Wolverine until Logan. And at that point, they killed him off. And like, oh, okay, cool. So with Deadpool 3 coming out next year, or 2025, and Wolverine being brought back into it, we'll get to see that antic friendship between the two of them. And it's going to be good. It's going to be amazing. Why not? Ryan Reynolds.
And
Hugh Jackman.
I don't know why, but I also am looking forward to, and I'm hoping it's good, is Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. Yeah. I'm hoping it gets a gritty, dirty Suicide Squad feel, but better, if you know what I mean. Because
the second Suicide Squad was good.
Just because of Peacemaker and Deadshot, yeah. Those two together are very well. But
Margot Robbie's in it.
The ones for this one, I mean, you're gonna have very good characters to play off each other in this one, and I hope it's good, because I like everybody that's in it. I mean, they have the douchebag from Falcon Winter Soldier that plays the bad Captain America. I can't remember his damn name. The Wyatt Russell, John Walker character. Fuck. It's John Walker, but I don't know what he's called. He wears pretty much the black Captain America suit.
David Harbour?
No, John Walker.
Oh, Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, he plays John Walker. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm over here looking for John Walker, the actor. I was like, who the fuck is John Walker?
That's the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it's going to be definitely a bad guy villain movie, obviously. Yeah. But
this is like your anti-heroes come together, which is your Suicide Squad. They're bad guys trying to do good-ish.
But David Harbour in this as the Red Guardian, I love the dude is great.
He's funny.
I mean, it's him and Black Widow was great, and I'm looking forward to that one. I hope it's good. I hope they get a gritty rating for it, and it's good.
I think this will be one of those that will be pushing the PG-13 to rated R boundary. I don't think they'll cross the rated R. I don't think we'll get even one F-bomb dropped in it, and if we do, it'll most likely be by Harrison Ford's character or David Harbour. Really the only two people who could justify saying fuck in a proper manner. without it being just kind of forced. But I mean, I'm looking towards Thunderbolt too. That's one of those like I think it's going to be amazing. But with the way Phase 5 is going right now, it's complete shit. Again, I have not seen Quantumanium, but it doesn't have great reviews, great overlook on it. Then you have the guy that plays King. He is he's in a lot of hot water now, so they don't know if they're going to keep him on.
They can change that. I mean,
well, the problem though is his entire King is like he's everywhere. He's the same person in multiple reiterations of it. Whereas like Wolverine, tons of different Wolverines. It's never just the same. Or not. It's not never, but it's hardly ever the exact same build or structure that's in one universe. They're all drastically different. Whereas King is almost identical. He's always has some high power position, and it's always the same looking dude in the comics and all that. Whereas, like,
I mean, they can change the actor, and as long as they get a better actor like they did with War Machine.
That came down to financial.
No.
He wasn't being paid the same.
Robert Downey Jr. did not get along either. They didn't like each other.
Minor things. That's minor.
When Robert Downey Jr. says no, that's what happened.
It's minor. But you have that, and then Guardians hasn't even came out yet, and there's already like the screen testing for it has not came back great. It's like
I don't think those ever do though. I don't think their movies ever do.
Ant-Man did. Quantumanium came back with positive screen testing, and then Marvel's came back and just shit the bed in screen testing. Like, it was the worst. I think it was what one of the articles I read is one of the worst screen testings for Marvel was the Marvels, and that's like Miss Marvel and
Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel and all them.
And Nick Fury's in it. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have a lot of obviously Marvel's in it, but it's like it's the Marvel version of the Green Lantern Society.
Yeah, and the fact that they are, I think last thing I read was like 2 weeks ago, they pushed back the release for it. So it's not going to come out anytime soon because screen testing was bad. So they're going to go back to the shop and work on footage they already have,
I guess.
So, but again, the big thing with that is, and we're not going to dive too much into it because I don't want to, I don't care to. There are certain aspects going on that involve main character cast that are brought into the limelight way too much for non-great things. Very controversial, polarizing type events. Brie Larson being the biggest one. And that's why like a lot of people did not like Captain Marvel because of all the shit she was doing and saying all this shit. And yeah. It's unfortunate that external social media, mostly in this case, is affecting so much of how movies are made or interpreted. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take this as PG as possible without diving into it.
I did watch the new Shazam also.
Oh, Fury of the Gods?
Mm-hmm.
Is that as bad as it's reviewed?
I enjoyed it. It was, I think, as good as the first one, if not a tad bit better, but I liked it. I just like the guy that plays Shazam.
Yeah. Zachary.
He's funny.
Yep.
The story was good. It fit. The post credits were good as well.
Just got screwed over by The Rock.
So
he was supposed to be in it. He couldn't take an L. He couldn't lose a fight.
Which, whatever. I still haven't seen Black Adam yet.
We started it, and that's about the extent. As we started, I was like, oh, yeah, no. I'll watch this another time when I'm trying to play catch up with the DCU. But shit, at this point, I don't need to because they're just fucking redoing it.
They're gonna watch everything. And then one last thing, I guess, before we wrap everything up, but the Flash movie has not. There are people all over the Flash movie as it being one of the best comic book
I've
movies to
seen
ever come
that.
out, and I don't understand why. But I'll be honest,
It
it does
wraps
look
it.
good.
It,
It
it
does look
wraps up the
good.
universe. That's like I haven't seen it.
It does, I
I
haven't
don't
seen
even know.
either.
Is it even
The
out?
I don't think so. The trailer looks very well done. It looks very good, but I struggle with the guy that plays Flash. I can't stand the dude, and I
Ezra
think I talked
Miller?
about it the past podcast
Oh,
of
we've shit on him.
the movie scene of him with what the fuck's her name, the sex scene that he had in that movie with what's
It
her name?
doesn't matter. Ezra Miller is not a great actor.
No,
Even in the Harry Potter movies. Why can't I think of the fucking Secret of Dumbledore? Johnny Depp's in it. Can't
Fantastic
think of the
Beasts.
movie. Yeah, there we go. Ezra Miller's in that, and he is shit.
He's in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in it.
Me neither until we rewatched all of it and went, what the fuck?
He's in those movies.
He's in all three of them.
Really?
Yes. He's Credence.
What?
He's the
I
one they're
didn't know
hunting
that.
for in the first one that's killing
Yeah.
everybody. And then in the second one, he gets teamed up with, what's his name? The main villain. Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, that's right. He is.
Yeah.
What? No, I
But
don't like him.
my understanding of The Flash, and it looks like, no, it's coming soon. It comes out June 16th.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Is everything I've been reading about is it wraps up the DCEU. So they can move on from the DCEU to the DCU, and it gets rid of Ezra. It gets rid of Ben Affleck properly. It brings back Michael Keaton.
Which I'd like.
Yep. And then we get the new, or not new, sorry. We get Sasha Callie, or Callie, I'm butchering her name. I know I am, sorry. As Supergirl, you get a lot of people brought into it, and we get to see General Zod. Like, we finally get to see multiverse with them done properly. So I won't watch this when it comes out. If it comes out on streaming service, absolutely. HBO or Discovery or Max, whatever the fuck it's called now. I'll watch it on there. I won't pay a dime to see it in public or Redbox. Or my streaming services, sure. I get most of them for free one way or another, so.
I don't know. I think I'll watch it in theater if I can. Just because
I don't watch
it seems
DC
like
comic video or movies in theaters.
I think I went and saw Aquaman in theater. And
Wouldn't you?
well, I'm sorry.
Lover.
I've already said when your biggest pussy of a superhero is your biggest draw, you have a problem. And yes, it's mainly because of Jason Momoa, but still, that movie was probably the best DC movie they've had in a very long time.
Nope, never mind. That's not inside the DC. Never mind. Ignore that statement. It's a whole different world. Technically,
You go outside of it, and you go Peacemaker as a show. Yes, I will say that's where they fucking have.
I like Suicide Squad, the second one, made by James Gunn, better than anything else.
I did not watch the James Gunn Justice League, but I don't have 3.5 hours to just sit there and watch something.
James Gunn didn't do Justice League. That's Zack Snyder.
That's what it was. The extended, whatever it was, extended cut.
Snyder cut.
Yeah,
it's
that's what that
fucking
one.
in the name.
Oh, that's again. I haven't seen it, so whatever. But
no, it's Justice League. The first one was shit, and Snyder cut is
the first one
shit.
Sucked. But I don't know.
We'll see. Same thing. It's just extended and added features and everything. It's just it still sucks.
So you
it's
also
just slightly shinier.
If they kill this Ezra dude's done, so I would like them to just bring the dude that plays the Flash in the damn show in as the Flash. Wish they just do that. Make it easy. Easy transition.
Make sense. It would make sense.
In the movie, that's exactly what they're stealing from. They're stealing exactly from the show almost and putting it in the movie.
Yeah.
From the cutscenes I've seen in the trailers, from the show to the movie, so it looks like fucking do it. I don't think Henry Cavill's in this movie, is he?
Nope.
Fucking assholes.
Because it's the one he got cut from. Because Dwayne Johnson strong-armed DC/Discovery, Warner Brothers, and brought Henry Cavill back, and then Warner Brothers Discovery, whoever they are now, brought in James Gunn and Peter, whatever his name is, and said, no. We don't need you back. We don't want you back. We're going a whole different direction. We're scrapping this universe, and we're going from scratch.
Which is cool. I get it. That's fine.
It's needed. It's, DC Comics right now is all over the fucking place, and you're like, what is going on? Yeah. Is this connected? Is this not connected? Yep. How fucking Wonder Woman won in 1984. You're like, are these connected? Hold on. Okay, no, they're connected. It's a sequel. Wait, hold on. Is it? It's just similar, but it's also different. Which it goes in a whole different direction.
She's got a cameo in the new Shazam also, and there's a cutscene that kind of I wish is odd because of everything that's wrapping up. Because I hope Peacemaker stays where
I think Zachary Levi's gonna stay as Shazam.
If they do, great. Because that one seems to be going in a direction outside of the DCEU that they could keep going.
Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods was the worst performing movie release. I think it was tied or just under Black Adam. And it's all tied to The Rock, unfortunately.
I can see it. I mean, it wasn't amazing. I mean, it's a Shazam. The first one was good, but this one is good. I think a little bit better, but I just hope Cena stays as Peacemaker.
He will. I think James Gunn will keep it that way no matter what.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's just some stuff that's obviously going to change. And if they're going to introduce this Callie or whatever her name is as Supergirl, Supergirl, yeah. Yeah. Then roll with that, because my guess is that's how they're going to go until they find the right Superman. Because that's how every other Marvel character is going now. They're changing genders and everything else until they find the next replacement.
Supergirl's a real character. It's not a replacement of Superman. It's Superman and Supergirl are both from the same planet. Same people.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both from Krypton. I get that. They're related.
Kryptonians.
But I'm yeah. No, they're related.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, because you're mentioning change. I was like, hold on. Well,
no, I'm saying like they're doing with Thor as well. They're changing the gender. They're going to a female Thor.
Again, there is a female Thor.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm just saying. They're going that direction so they find the next replacement for it.
They're doing it as proper as they could be versus we need a female.
Yeah. I mean, it might be forced. I still haven't seen the new Thor yet, so I don't know.
It's not forced. I liked it.
Okay. I do want to see it, so we'll see.
Watch it. Yeah. I think it's on Disney Plus.
It is. I'm not there yet. So
fuck She-Hulk. Get to Thor.
And they need to continue with the Titans show as well. I think they're gonna shit can that one as well.
The dark brooding one.
The one that's on HBOMax now. Yes, I wish they would continue with that one.
Who knows?
Like we said before, they could start DCU with that and then run, but whatever.
I think that's honestly what they should do. I mean, we'll wrap this up after this discussion, but they really should keep Shazam, keep Peacemaker, scrap Aquaman, let Jason Momoa come back as Deathstroke or somebody else.
Lobo.
Whatever. Lobo would be good too. He'd be perfect. But anyways, bring him back as somebody else. Keep the Teen Titans. Restructure a couple characters, unfortunately, though, because there are a couple inside Teen Titans it could be better.
Blue Beetle is coming out as well.
Yep.
Which does look good.
Yep. And So, and keep Gal Gadot for Wonder Woman. She does portray her the best, but she's also the only one I've seen play, except for like the 70s and 80s version of it. Um, but she fits the characteristic of Wonder Woman,
The
and she
Amazon
plays her well.
style.
Yeah. So
She does.
but other than that, scrap everybody. Get rid of Ben Affleck as Batman. I would say bring Gotham into it, so where you have the Joker and you have
Not the Jared Leto.
no. I mean, I'm okay with Jared. I like Jared Leto so much better than Joaquin Phoenix.
If they did the Jared Leto as the damaged Robin, yes.
Yes. I still don't want Joaquin Phoenix in it at all. I don't think his Joker belongs in the DCU. I did not like the movie. I thought it was complete and absolute hot shit. My Call of Duty performance was better than that movie. Especially today. And I didn't even get a fucking win. But I don't like keep the Jared Leto, let him be the damage Robin turned Joker. Um, they can keep Idris Elba's character too, Deathstroke, Deadshot. Who did we say he was?
I use Deadshot now. He took over Will Smith's character.
Keep him in there. Keep Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn because she does play very, very convincing, batshit crazy woman. Plays it very well. Mm-hmm. So keep her in there. Keep Polka Dot Man. Let him come back somehow. But he's pivotal. I promise you. Read the comic books.
I get it, and it's yeah. I get it. I get it. I hate the fuck character, but I get it.
Yeah, I hate the name, but they have enough people to build a proper one off of. I just think if they brought the TV shows in, bring the guy that plays Flash from the TV shows in, bring the guy that plays Green Arrow in, and
he's too old now. It wouldn't work.
It could work. He could train the next Green Arrow. It would work perfectly.
Oh, yeah, they do have the old Green Arrow too. That would work. Yes.
And he has several more years inside him. He may be old, but he can still do he still do his shit properly. The kid that would play Bruce Wayne in Gotham, though, they set that storyline up very well. Where we're expecting a Batman show or movie based off of this kid when he becomes a full adult. Because I think at the end of it, he's only still like 16, maybe 17.
The guy that played Joker in that was very well.
He was amazing too. I would rather bring him in as the actual Joker. Let Leto basically train him or be like, I am damaged, whatever. Bring it in because they're building up a Batman and Robin movie where I think it's Damian Wayne that they're going to be portraying as Robin.
Okay.
Which means
I don't know the whole Robin Red Hood and all that. I don't know all the breakdown of all of them.
But bring in somebody to play Red Hood, bring in somebody to play Nightwing, which is Robin who graduated, got his wings. Have Damian come in, and yeah, they could do it properly. They have shit set up properly. It's just a matter of are they going to tie the TV series in at all? So,
and they've got Penguin coming out as well, which looks good. He doesn't look like
my preferred Penguin the Batman Returns is from style Gotham.
Penguin. The Batman Returns style.
Oh yes, that style. But the person who could play him, I mean, other than DeVito.
Oh, you're talking about the actual show. Okay.
Yeah, Gotham though. The guy that plays Penguin in Gotham does Penguin very well and could portray the kingpin type mentality. You get the fat suit on and everything. Like he would be good. But yeah.
They're going for more of a real life style mafia Penguin from what I'm seeing. Yeah.
And again, the guy that played Gotham does. He plays he was an underling inside the mob in the underworld mob of Gotham, and then he rose to the ranks of being the mob boss to being demoted to almost being killed, mom dying, getting back to the ranks, dropping down. Like he has a very good arc. And the guy that plays Penguin in Gotham portrays Penguin very, very well to the character. But I just think DC has a lot to go for, and the fact that the Russo brothers have said yes, we would absolutely produce and direct a DC movie for James Gunn. Like they are set up to finally be on par with Marvel, and this would be the year to do it. Seeing Phase 5 fucking sucks right now.
Another opportunity. So we'll see what Blue Beetle does, because I think that one's going to be successful. Because the kid that's playing Blue Beetle is the same one from Cobra Kai, so I think that one's got a lot of potential to be very well done.
Yep. Only time will tell, and I'm sure we'll do a whole nother episode again, purely dedicated to DC or Marvel or comics, whatever. But I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch Exist. That I had to see, but you saw Super Mario Brothers, right?
I did.
Yeah, that was the other movie. I was like, I know you've seen one that we haven't talked about.
Yep, I did watch that one as well.
Yeah, we'll do a whole different one on that one after I see it. We got time. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
I liked it. I'll just say that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. We got time. We're only at an hour and a half. We got time.
Nope. Well, I'll leave it at that. I'm good. I liked it. I want you to watch it first. Yeah. A lot of throwbacks.
I noticed. I'm excited for it.
I'm sure you've seen TikToks and everything else about it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've seen the damn movie on TikTok. So there's people that are streaming it on TikTok too. So
there's people getting a lot of trouble for it too.
Oh, sure.
I've seen like 2 people are fined and in jail over it. So, but that's another subject for another episode. So
I'll just watch it.
Yeah, I will. I'll watch it. I don't know when. I'm trying to get my kids to want to go see it, but my 3-year-old's the only one that wants to see it. He can't sit still through a movie yet.
Just take him anyways. There was plenty of kids running around in that movie. That's the funny part with that one. It's like, oh yes, kids running back and forth, and I'm watching the Super Mario Brothers. Didn't bother me at all.
We had too many pretentious parents and students here who are like, I'm trying to watch my movie. I don't care. This is PG. My favorite part so far is Nintendo has came out and said, look, this movie is not for adults. This movie is for children. It's made for children, targeted towards children. The demographic is children. Do not go in there expecting nostalgia. Do not go in there watching it expecting it to have any feels for Mario. It is for the children. Like, they were very fucking blunt with it. Like, fuck you. Shut the fuck up. This is for children, not you. Don't let me hear any grown-ups complain about it.
There's plenty of nostalgia in the movie.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Lumia's the trailer with Lumia is probably my favorite part that I want to go see. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's plenty of nostalgia in that movie. Plenty.
But that will be a wrap on today's whatever. English. That's a wrap. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say.
we did some things.
Did some things. Talked about some stuff. Reminisce about other stuff. Found some rabbit holes. It's fine. We're good. We'll see you all on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. Here's Rahgel with his supposed not stolen catchphrase.
We did some things and over some things, and we did some more things. Okay.
Things and over
Sounds
things.
good. Yep. All right. Bye, bitch.